Hi guys, 732 Review Crew here. I'm Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
And we're back with Shogun episode 8. This one is titled The Abyss of Life. And that sounds pretty cool, so I'm very excited to find out what that means. Because as always, they always tell us the meaning of the title through some sort of intricate description. It's always pretty cool. I'm pretty hype on this one because as of last episode, our Lord has surrendered. Toranaga has surrendered to his brother who took a job on the council. Now we wonder if that's a truth or deception, and I'm curious what's going on. Maybe they have some back table deals between them, or maybe Toranaga just has some sort of plan in mind.
I think he hit the nail on the head, or it could have been your I could have sworn it was your theory that he now wants to get into Osaka uninterrupted as a prisoner.
Do it there.
Yeah.
All right.
I like that idea. Yeah. That sounds like his style.
Pretty good idea. Now, I'm very excited to find out what's happening. So, we're about to join this episode. So, thank you for joining us. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I'd agree.
I thought he stormed off.
Saiki-sama's army will camp at Edo's boundary where they will wait for Toranaga-sama to mourn his son. The customary 49 days.
And after that?
They will deliver us to Osaka.
49 days. That gives him time.
He seems like he's sick, though.
He's grief-stricken.
Yeah, I think Mikey's onto it.
Grief makes you feel sick.
My lord instructed me to give these to you upon entry to the city. For the completion of your service.
Huh?
Your men are here in this city. The crew from your ship.
My translator, what becomes of her? Mariko-sama. Don't go to Osaka.
My allegiance forbids me from doing anything else.
He's like, but London.
My queen, she won't meet you.
She probably would, though.
Yeah, she would.
From the Japans. I just want to see John Blackthorne go like full fucking cowboy. Feel like, God damn it, Jordan, I'm fine. I'll fight this war for you or something. I don't know what's gonna happen because he's totally writing him off. But Toranaga, I can't tell if he's writing himself off.
He may be using these 49 days of mourning to plot, but
he didn't plan for his son to kill himself.
I know, but now he might be using it because he has nothing to live for. Because now he has no male heir, therefore he has no reason to grovel.
Toranaga が地面に頭をこすりつけて降伏するまで、あの者の脅威から解き放たれはいたしません。
Hey, you silly bureaucrat.
Man, she pulling all those strings, huh?
さように見えたとしたらそれは太閤殿下の七光に過ぎません。
Be direct.
Damn, she's good at the game.
Ooh! That would make him the father of the heir.
Well,
Be precarious waters.
Yeah.
誠、有事でござった。
と同時に向こう水でもあったのじゃ。
はばかりながら我らの敬愛の念を聞かれたならば、さぞかし楽しまれたことにござりましょう。しかしあの方はおられぬ。
Is he feeling guilty?
たった一つの門にかけておられた。ご主君に、虎中様に。
ご子息の葬儀にお出ましにならぬとは。
虎長様は旅がたたっておかげの悪さ。
Is that a ruse or no?
江戸の武将が抗議の印に身にまとったあの鎧をご覧くだされ。まだ諦めておらぬ方々がおられまする。
阻止から鉄砲と大筒を大坂へ返すように求めてきよった。
Take him on the boat. Put him on the Erasmus. Oh, they burn the body?
very dope casket.
I also like how they're showing Ito is clearly newer because there's so much of it's under construction.
姉君様が大坂に戻られてから頼りはござりましたか。
虎長様が石堂様に降伏されても 我が一族だけは助けると。
Uchiba's her sister?
大阪から黒続きである女房殿に茶を立てたいのじゃがいかがかな。
Hmm. That's nice of him.
お受けいたしまする。
Dude, she really is cold as fucking ice with him.
Yeah.
Like,
She didn't even look at him.
You have made your own way out here.
Thank you, Father. Except I seem to find Catholics in every sordid corner of this country. Like the Kakarooch.
What are your plans? Now he has cut you loose.
Well, to start, I will reunite with my crew, get back aboard my vessel, then pay a visit to that black ship I've heard so much about.
Will you wear those clothes when you see your men?
Ah, yes. Yes, I intend to.
Damn, the castle's under construction.
He actually is sick. Grief-stricken sick, maybe.
The greatest actor of all time.
当教会は万策を尽くしましたが、檜山様と大野様を虎長様のお味方につけることが叶いませんでした。
マリコ殿、これよりこのバテレンの通詞を務めよ。キリシタン教会は我が味方にあらず、火の元の言葉を喋りよっても。
落ち葉の方 has manipulated Ishido out of hatred for you, and I see no cause for her anger. If you form an alliance with his mother, the heir would be free to turn against Ishido.
我らが落ち葉の方と組めば、指導の牽制への唯一の道が断たれまする。お世継ぎ様に仕える兵が我らの味方となります。すぐにわしの首を土に埋めるであろう。お顔に敗北の色が浮かんでおりまするぞ、殿。殿らしくもない。
Come on, gas him up, gas him up.
you're right. He needs a pep talk.
あまたの犠牲と引き換えの勝利よりも静かな敗北を選ぶ。わしと共に幸福の挨拶に参ると誓う書状に皆署名してもらいたい。
It's a big ask.
Yeah.
江戸に新しいキリシタン教会を作ることを許す。一つだけ頼みがある。大阪に戻り、ここで見聞きしたことを。
He's playing at it, definitely.
殿は戦うおつもりじゃ。何故そのように思われるのでござる。でなければわざわざ大阪にことづけなど頼まん。
Toranaga, you sly fox.
He's trying to make him.
Dude, I'm so glad all three of us are like, yeah, sure, dude. Peaceful death, my ass.
冬も終わりでございますね。梅がかや花のあたりを立ち別れ。
遠くかすめる風の行く先。一服いかがかな。
謹んで頂戴いたしまする。
That's a cool little pot.
Yeah, I know what's going on, but I want some.
Right.
What's that? What the hell tea is that?
Like green tea powder and just boil the water in a pot in the floor. I want a fucking teapot in the floor.
They're having a moment together. He's being kind to her.
大変結構なお手前でござりました。
Do you not remember the discussion about pouring the glass earlier?
Yes, tea ceremonies, I'm aware. I'm actually on tea ceremony TikTok, thank you very much.
Is he not allowed to like sit directly facing her?
我らが大阪で死ぬことになろう。そなたはまだ安心に惑わされておるのか。
Yeah. That sucks.
That's a really long pause.
Oh!
共に死のうではないか。
Is she gonna take it?
目を閉として暴我の果てへ参ろうではないか。
Should be like the most romantic thing for her.
でもお分かりにならないのですね。お前様が私に許さなかったの。死ではござりません。お前様には手も届かぬ。
I don't think that there's a more insulting line.
お前様とかように死する。1000年生かされた方がましでござりまする。
Yikes, dude.
Yo, he might just kill her right now, dude.
I mean, she just killed him emotionally. Jesus Christ, dude.
God damn.
That was the coldest fucking thing.
And like no emotion from either of them. It's fucking, this show's wild. But it somehow makes it more impactful, you know?
The 8-pole fence?
Ah, there it is.
Yeah. I mean, what do you expect?
Oh, man. God damn.
Yeah, no, that was rough.
Oh, they've been free and they're out doing stuff?
And just drinking themselves to death, apparently.
I don't know if they're free. She's like, you need to bathe, dude.
Come back. John Blackthorn. That's you.
Hello, Solomon. How are you? How many of us left?
6. Barely hanging on.
Home.
They don't want to go home.
That would be cool.
Nah. Where does the pilot want to take us this time? When we left Santa Maria, were there really Spanish ships to the south, to the north of us? Had to come here.
Huh.
We had orders.
We could have turned home, and you know it. Our orders ended when the Captain General sent a shot at the back of his head. I said, take them off!
Oh. Ooh.
Bro, what?
I'm confused.
I mean, symbolically, I get it.
Tell him I understand we've had our differences in the past, him.
Huh?
You wish to sail on Yabashige-sama's behalf?
I don't wish it. He is a shit-face. But and that is the truth, so I must ask.
恥ずべきことにございまするな。
おいの申す通りじゃ。わしは断る。あの老人が何を目論んでおるかわしも知らぬ。
Yeah.
幸福ではある。
This weapon is not mine. Perhaps there existed a moment in which I fooled myself into believing that I could one day belong to this place, but that moment is leagues behind me.
Oh.
Brother.
Regressing.
No, he's fighting it.
Nakama. More. Wakaranai. I've known you were a man who understood the importance of taking fate into his own hands.
Can't believe this connection.
Damn. Omi's like, don't you fucking dare.
He's like, I want to do it so bad.
It's like,
Good on you.
You see, once loyalty begins, it does not have an end. Otherwise, it would not be loyalty.
I'm just watching the show for Mariko.
Yeah, we love Mariko.
I don't know, like everything else is backdrop.
Bring back Fuji!
it kind of looks like a swamp.
It's mud.
Once again.
The swamp too.
It's just a mud plane.
No!
Put the chicks next to a whore. That was awesome.
Who are those people over there? Greatest cut ever.
Hey man, some of those people need
I
Jesus.
fucking love Toranaga.
She stroked.
Yikes. But just go in there and take it out.
Woo! It's not. Huh? Oh. Did you poison her?
Who?
The fuck? Oh no, that was pretty sus, Maggie.
That was pretty
Or
sus.
maybe she just doesn't have any emotions and care. Doesn't care.
Damn, set in the mood.
Get around.
Dark, rainy.
Do you think this is his way of just weeding out people who aren't fiercely, truly loyal to him?
Yep.
殿、我らは罠に違いなきものを飲むことはできません。
罠などではないわ。
お許しくだされと。
己の務めを放り出すのか。
石堂は江戸を攻めざるを得なくなり、
そのまま江戸を滅ぼすであろう。
やらせてみればよろしゅうござる。
どちらが大事や。我が一族の存続か。 それとも日の本の存続か。
そのお気持ちを変えぬとあらば、拙者今ここで腹を切りまする。
Yikes.
坂に降伏なされれば、それは代々のご先祖への裏切りになりますぞ。黙れるか。これはわしと虎長様との間のこと。
What?
Let's go, baby.
殿はわしにとって唯一無二の。
わしはすでに決断を下しておる。こたびはお主が決断をする。
Bro, what the fuck is going on, dude?
力は誠に無駄死にを選ばれるの。知るがよい。
Oh.
Bro, what the fuck is going on, dude?
殿、お止めください。
わしは譲らん。
今生のお別れにございます。
Stop. No way.
ブトロ、わしの刀を持て。お前が解釈せよ。
What the fuck?
拙者も後を追いまする。さすればお前も死を許されぬ者の気持ち。
Wow.
Yo, Jesus. Dude, what is... Everyone hates everybody. I don't get it.
He doesn't. But damn, Buntaharo's just taking L after L.
トラナガ様、狂っておる。お止めくだされ。
Gonna have to chop his own dad's head off.
Yeah, but he's easing his pain.
You let him do it?
God.
What the
Yo,
fuck is going on, bro?
fuck Toranaga, dude.
Dude, I don't know what's going on.
That's gonna have to spur him.
Why did it have to take that much? Like, bro, that's your boy. Oh, now you're mad.
Fuck.
Man.
You think Yabushiga is gonna be like, okay, John Blackthorn, what's the plan, bro? Get me the fuck out of here, dude.
アンジェはもうヤブシを訪ねたか。アンジェとヤブシゲは大高じゃ。
Go Shocks?
翼短く。広松は己の務めをよう分かっておった。我らの幸福を大坂に信じ込ませ。
Jesus H.
I think he understood.
そなたは己の務めを果たす覚悟ができておるか。
What's her part?
覚悟はできておりまする。
For what? It's not over.
Yeah, I thought it was. I was ready.
Yeah, hit him.
Yabushiga is like, come on, dude, we gotta go.
Get him on a boat.
手を組まれたことが。
わしは狂った老人のために死ぬつもりだ。
ご用心くださいませ。
Oh, he's honorable?
Is Mariko gonna go with them?
先日申されたことじゃが、拙者にとっては大きな値打ちがあることじゃ。Someone's coming.
It's Mariko.
I think
It has to be
It
Mariko.
has to be.
Because she needs to go to Osaka.
And they just left it with the,
It is.
I'm ready to do my part.
Yeah. Was he a theater major in college? Because he's really committed.
我が息子よ。見事に時を稼ぎよったの。
Cold.
Oh. Thank you. That was great.
Brother.
They didn't say the title.
Didn't explain the title either.
They didn't say the title.
They didn't explain it.
See, I was thinking like the abyss of life was gonna be Toranaga dealing with his son's death and
Yeah.
like how deep the abyss of life can go, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think that was the overall theming here. And so Toranaga is finally like, haha, wasn't that a great plan all along? I'm like, Jesus Christ. He didn't tell he told two people. He told Mariko and Hiramatsu. And that's it.
I don't even know.
And one of those people is now dead.
And Mariko is now...
Hiramatsu is
I don't know if
best
Mariko,
friend.
I don't even know if Mariko knew until the end.
Oh, and so
But now she does.
Yeah. So I mean,
He should have told her, was like,
it's
yeah, no, he
interesting,
died for the plan.
because as soon as we heard there was 49 days to mourn, we immediately knew that he was going to
Shenanigans.
Yeah,
Sure.
So, it wasn't his intention to have his son die in this situation. But what happened as a result is now he has 49 days to burn, in which he uses the journey to make himself look sick from mourning, as well as the journey itself.
Isn't he sick?
No, I think he faked it. I think that's what
He literally woke up at the end coughing.
No,
and stuff.
I think
That's a good way to sell it to
Yeah.
all of the little servants that chatter.
yeah. But also, he took a deep breath, so it's to say that he's like ready to go. Because if he's coughing, he's not getting good breath. It seemed like in terms of just how he's playing it with the upper respiratory, from getting sick.
Sure,
So-
I guess.
So what I assume is he played getting sick because he knew people, like he said, would cheddar, and chatter.
Servants gossip.
Yeah.
I just want to say I'm surprised all these people have been loyal to him for decades. Like, the only person who should be wavering at all is John Blackthorne, because he just doesn't know.
Well, he
But
did
don't
waver.
the rest of these people fucking know?
Well, he's always been known as like the crafty fella, but they've never been super privy to it. They've always...
And this is a huge deception. This is a massive deception.
Because it was also off in Korea. Like, he was in Korea, right?
I think so.
Anyways, point is, they didn't get a front row audience to Toranaga's antics. So they know he's the clever fox.
So, I'm just saying, I understand John Blackthorne being like, dude, fuck that. I'm not dying for nothing. His whole thing is living his life and making his life meaningful and worth it.
He doesn't even have to have the people, the servants cheddar, talk about it, because the soldiers that from his brother, his half brother's army were there, weren't they? Or
No, they're staying outside.
They said they were at the city limits.
They'll talk to the soldiers.
But those soldiers are going into town and giving the servants a couple copper or whatever, and they're like, "Hey,
what's going on?" And it's like he didn't even go to his own son's fucking funeral.
He didn't go to
Dude's
his
been coughing for weeks,
and he's refusing to listen to his generals. Even his generals don't want to surrender, and he's trying to surrender. And his right hand man just killed himself in protest is a big thing, because obviously that sends shockwaves through it. It's so crazy that I believe his name is Hiramatsu was involved in the plot so thick that he was willing to die for it to give them a better chance to save Japan, which makes sense because the sense of duty towards Japan is stronger than self preservation for an honor-bound samurai. So he's willing to die in order to make Japan the entire land of Japan unite.
Hiramatsu was in episode 1 in that scene with the pigeons and the
yeah.
Right? Wasn't there something about him being old or unhealthy in that scene?
I don't think so.
I don't remember.
I don't think so. We also in this, we see the full cell by having the suicide committing. So that basically means that when John Blackthorne, and Yabushige are trying to run away, the rest of the lords are going. They might be in on it to know that as soon as they surrender, they're actually going to charge in a last ditch when their enemy's guards down, because they really think they're fully emotionally given up and broken. They've heard the stories. The right hand man has killed himself, and he refuses to even go to his son's funeral, as you said. So it seems like that's how they're kind of doing it.
We'll see.
I mean, Toranaga made it plainly apparent that yes, his plan is to go to Edo or Osaka, but surprise bitch, I'm inside your walls type thing. And he literally sent the two loose cannons who are already known to be of shaky allegiance to go ahead of him. And Ishido, again, Toranaga's going to read Ishido and be like, Ishido's going to be like, ah, yes, my traitors. Hello, welcome to the fold against Toranaga, because ha ha ha, Toranaga, I took your guys. And that's going to put them in a position that they can be like, oh wait, Toranaga's not giving up. We need to be loyal. Pew pew.
I don't know. I'm curious to see what's on the scroll that Yabushige received at the end from Mariko is probably some important information.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Toranaga straight up said they're so predictable. They literally fell into
like the scroll could have literally just said, "It is my will for Mariko to accompany."
I don't think he needs to because they literally have done everything without him intervening.
You're right. Now
Yabushige has been like flip floppy, and then John Blackthorne like left and was like, "I'm gonna go see Yabushige," and Toranaga doesn't even like ask him about. She's like, "Mariko, like, did that happen yet?" And she's like, "Yeah."
We have two things. There's also two important things regarding Ochiba happened in this episode. One was Ishido proposed to try to unite the families, which is kind of a big deal because it could give him some control over the heir to the throne, as well as its uniting power, which is crazy power.
Especially now that the mother of the heir is dead.
Oh, yeah, the original.
I don't know. It's confusing me. But mom number one is
one
dead.
of the sister wives.
So now Chiba is mom only.
Yeah, Dayon
only
died.
mom.
The original, the Taiko's wife died.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Chiba's
the wife, right?
Gained power
because Chiba gave birth to the kid, but the wife could not give birth to. Yeah.
We see.
So
we need a family.
Both there.
Now, one thing I want to bring up is: do we see Umi being guilty or feeling guilty earlier in this episode when there was a discussion regarding the mourning of the son, because he may have pushed the son to have certain viewpoints or fed some whispers into his ears?
No, I think actually when they're like before the funeral the night before and they're all drinking, I kind of felt like Omi seemed almost like proud and tried to argue like that he didn't die for nothing and he died truly for like his death had meaning. Because right before that, Hiramatsu and Yabushige to a lesser degree were like his death was stupid, reckless, and he argued his death had meaning. And then later on, Omi's like, do you think loyalty is stupid? Blah 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 blah. And then I think by the end of the episode he realizes like, no, he wants his death to be like Toranaga's son, and even if his death is other people see it as meaningless, it's meaningful to him because he was always loyal and that's the reason he's dying for.
The way I took it was he felt guilty that he was kind of whispering in Toranaga's son's ear the entire time, because he was,
but he only did that until for the canon thing.
But they were also whispering in the ear when they were at the hot tubs together, and then
you're right.
Came out.
Yeah,
so he was feeding him, making him enraged and whatnot, and then he did that and slipped. So I don't know if he felt guilty that I don't know if he felt guilty that he caused the son to lash out and die, and therefore that's why he's staying with Toranaga and while his father or his uncle leaves, is because of his guilt for killing or being part of the death of Toranaga's son. His loyalty comes from part of that.
I feel like we're reading too much into it because it's. Like, sure, I'm sure he's feeling some guilt over it, but I mean, it wasn't like he went to his death by like the sword of the guy that he went to assassinate. He slipped on a rock and knocked himself dead.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to feel guilt because like you kind of like were like, come on, you got to do stuff in your life. And then he went and did stuff in his life and he died, even though it was accidental. So I'm sure there's guilt, but I don't think it's like refract. And in terms of not going with his uncle, I mean, like Mariko said, like they're honor bound to stay there.
Yeah.
Like
let's talk more about Mariko.
So Mariko, speaking of Mariko, she had a brutal scene with Buntaro.
Did you want to?
No, go on.
She had a brutal scene with Buntaro.
No, I wanted you to keep talking about Mariko.
Oh.
I was just saying, like, we should start talking about Mariko.
Yeah, she had a big important.
She had like some wild lines in this episode.
I'd rather
get back to that. Mikey's got a point.
Oh, okay.
Mariko with Buntaro in the tea room. He went through an elaborate. We learned earlier on in the series that the way you pour tea and drinks, whatnot, is very important, delicate art, and is like sensual or something like that. And he had this whole ritual with his wife Mariko, and trying to open up and melt the ice that is her heart, and he was unable to do so. And then he actually asked, what did he ask?
Like, do you want to kill yourself with me?
And she said, no, you don't even understand that. I don't want the permission to die. I want permission to be away from you.
Yeah, and she didn't just say it like that. It was like literally one of those.
She said, "I would rather live 1,000 lives or whatever."
It was literally that meme where it's like your buddy's like, "Oh, the worst she could say is like no," and then it's just like absolute evisceration of the man's soul.
Yeah,
it's like what?
He adult hard man cried. You know, like he didn't cry like Mikey in a touchy-feely episode. He did like the.
Like, I'm no longer a human being cry.
Like,
why am I alive?
Like,
what is my life?
It hurt. Like, probably when you're editing, you're going to see me go like, oh, God, fuck.
That's when he was like, Dad, let me kill myself with you. And he was like, no, you can't do this, you fool.
Yeah, that was another thing. Like, just on top of that, he's like, can I die with you, Dad? And it's like, shut up, idiot. No. And it's like... Why does no one love me?
I do actually. That was actually a good scene because if we had really noticed,
I hate Montaro.
that was the first time we got any indication from Hiramatsu, or assuming he was the only person who knows the plan.
Yeah.
He revealed like, no, absolutely not. You need, yeah.
So. We don't want to miss
out. It's like, bro, you fought through an army and lived and got back here 3 weeks later.
Montaro doesn't know that, and in the same day he's been rejected by his father and his wife for suicide.
Die, bro. Come on.
You might as well just do it anyway.
It'd be really lame if Toranaga at the start of the next episode, they're like, yeah, he just killed himself. That's so I mean, would it be that surprising? Like, fuck. Yes, it would be because it's not honorful. Like,
yeah, he's not going to do it.
I get it.
I wrote reverse psychology. I don't know what that was in regards to. Was that when John Blackthorne was arguing with Yabushige and
I don't even think reverse psychology does it.
There was
it's like mental reverse gymnastics psychology.
Whoa. You're giving Yabushige way too much credit. He is not that smart. The only two people who are that smart is Mariko and
okay, fine.
Toranaga.
Oh! I didn't even.
The only reason Yabushige said no is because his nephew was sitting right there.
Yeah,
it was like,
he's doing this.
Don't you dare!
Don't you dare!
That's the only reason Yabushige.
Big stupid idiot uncle. And then he
got because Toranaga compare. They said those two are literally the same person. He said they're
predictable. Yeah,
predictable. Which
even
is true.
Toranaga, when Mariko was like, he actually refused. Was like, won't be long.
After today. I pushed him far enough. Don't worry. Plans in motion.
Oh, it's just ridiculous.
Dude, Toranaga's literally playing Go and everyone else is playing checkers.
Yeah, I know. I thought he was talking about Toranaga. I was like, reverse psychology.
I should have wrote more detail about that.
That's why I said it's like reverse gymnastics psychology mindfuckery because like... the whole episode, also, whoever wrote this show, all they're doing is they're like, he's giving up. Just like, something's giving up. And then right at the end, finally, they're like, he's not, idiots. You feel dumb. Why weren't you loyal to Toranaga, idiot? You fucks. Sorry.
You're fine. So we find out there's 6 English sailors, maybe 5 English sailors left.
There might be 5.
They're not relevant.
No, there were, because technically John Blackthorne, he thought he could just take his crew and leave.
He bailed on them.
And he went to go get them, and they were like, we don't want to leave. Fuck you.
They were only relevant as a symbol of his past, and he beat one up.
Well, no, there was a actually, did you guys not catch the relevance?
That was only symbolic.
The relevance was that they weren't supposed to go further than they did, but John Blackthorne had looted, I think, a Portuguese manifest, which showed rich places. So therefore,
and he wanted to get famous.
I don't even know if we got that much info. All we got was that John Blackthorne fucking lied about being surrounded by Spanish galleons.
They got the manifest when they raided.
Yes, Santa Maria.
Yeah, it's over the course of the last 8 episodes, not just this episode. We piece it together, and we finally get that the sailors knew, and especially because as soon as the captain killed himself in that first episode, he could have just turned around and went home. But he knew that there was potential to be riches, but also be the first Englishman on the Japans. And, raid the Portuguese, considering the Erasmus is a much better vessel than the other.
That's actually a huge point.
Yeah.
And I completely forgot. I feel like you might have forgotten as well. He's not the captain.
He's not.
He's not. He's the pilot.
Yeah. He's literally just a dude.
Yeah.
Now.
He's a pilot. He's very skilled.
Yes.
Sure.
Doesn't mean.
Sure.
Yeah.
But, that's not his boat.
No. Well, it is technically the...
Maybe it is through, chain of command falling, but, this man should not be in charge of this. This man should not get the pedigree he's getting. This man is here on a lie on top of a lie.
Pilots are rarer than captains.
Sure, and they're valuable. I'm not saying that he's like completely thing, but like the way that he's being treated is like, hey, will you teach my men? Like that's something a captain would do. Hey, like that's my ship. That's something a captain would say. My crew. That's something a captain would say.
It's not like he just learned them. They knew he was a pilot.
But
sure,
I don't know all of the specifics, but hypothetically, he is in the position, other than the captain, to be the most educated person on the ship, or possibly surpass the captain.
Agreed.
Depending on why the captain was the captain. Now, we're being told that this ship is like super advanced and it has all these great cannons and all this shit. So I'm assuming the captain wasn't a fucking nobody.
True.
But I don't know.
Now
we don't know anything about that.
The final thing.
All we know is John fucking Blackthorn's a savage.
But see, the crew is a symbolic thing. Sure, we got the detail about that, like that helps like push the story along because now he's not here by orders; he's here of his own volition. But then we have him confront his crew in his Japanese clothing, and he defends himself when he's like, "Get that the fuck off! What are you doing?" And he's like, "No, fuck you," and beats the fuck out of him.
Yeah, you know, and just because he's embraced it, but then realizes he doesn't want to embrace it or something, he gets mad and takes it all off.
But he embraces what he really wants. That's why he goes to Yabushige. It's like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Put
me on a boat.
Put me on a fucking boat. Let me just fuck some people up. Like, I'm trying to forge my own fate. I know you know what that means.
That's why I think
no.
That's why I think he's just
nephew. Stop stirring up. Fuck. Okay, no, definitely no.
He's gonna use the cannons to just bombard. Was it Kyoto?
Osaka.
I'm sorry, I don't say Kyoto. He's gonna bombard Osaka with the cannons, and then from which is the entire thing. He said the plan that he had, which Lord, just let me anchor my ship, and I can bombard them from really far away accurately, and I'll destroy everything.
Sure, but first things first, they need to go get the Erasmus.
He's on it.
They're in Edo. They're in Edo, and that's not somewhere other than where they currently are. Yeah, and there were other not friendly ships surrounding that ship.
Well, he's bringing the guns to Edo. I'm sorry, to Osaka right now. So maybe he doesn't even need the Erasmus. He just needs to have a platform for the guns in the water, which is the current boat he's on.
It seems like they were going to go get the ship, but you could be right. We don't. I at this point, man, this show's so good. I have no idea I can't guess anything.
There's one big thing to talk about. One big thing to bring up is, and this is just a funny thing. So we saw that our Lord Toranaga has promised some land in Edo to the church
and to the courtesans.
And we have just what I consider my favorite scene for just comedy relief in this show so far is the courtesans are happy in their swampy little swamp section, and they're like, can't wait, we're gonna build this here, that's gonna go there, can't wait. And then the priest shows up, the father, and he's like, oh gosh, I can't wait to build my church right in Edo. Finally got the Lord's permission. We're gonna do it before anybody else takes over Edo, so they can't kick us out. Gonna be great. Who are those people? Wait, there's a whorehouse right in front of my church? What are you gonna do? Go to Sunday church and then just go straight to the whorehouse after?
Damn right.
Or stay at the whorehouse all day and go to Sunday morning church?
My favorite part about that is you can't see the city anywhere. It's just like a muddy pile. Yeah. And that one, I love the servants in this show because the one servant, like, so cheerfully is like, oh yes, this is like the best spot possible. And like, I would kill you out of principle, you asshole.
So
I could totally be wrong, but all of the optics pointed to they weren't given they were given land.
Yes.
Which is, huge, great. Yes. But I just mean that servant being like, this is prime real estate. I was like, fuck that.
Well, no, I think the money field, I'm not going to claim to know city planning practices of ancient Japan, but I think their land was cleared for Edo, which is why it's all muddy.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's not like it's a swamp.
Sure. I understand.
Prepared.
It will not be staying a swamp. I understand that.
We're in New Jersey. This is a swamp.
I'm just saying it's not like prime real estate would be outside of the castle main gate.
Well, that's the noble area, okay?
I'm saying noble adjacent. They're not noble adjacent. That's all I was commenting on. You
can't have a whorehouse next to the nobles, dude.
I'm just commenting on.
And the church has to go
on
next
the
to the
servants' dialogue throughout this show.
Dude,
That's it.
They're in that district, though. Prime real estate for that district.
By the way, one last thing I want to point out. It's final thought.
One more thing, Jackie.
It's a loose end. What happened to Toranaga's prized samurai spy guy? We haven't seen him like 2 episodes.
Pigeon Man.
Oh, you think he's gonna burn him?
He is so uneasy.
Didn't he tell him to go? He'd have to go to Osaka?
I don't know, but we're gonna free. I think he freed him of his service, and he said, "No, I won't do that, Lord." Maybe we'll see him do the charge with him. Maybe he'll burn him.
Did we get wrapped up on that?
Yeah, he said, "Lord, let me give myself up." When they were looking for the spy, and he said, "No, I still have use of you."
Yeah, no, and then they pinned it on the other guy.
Yeah,
who had just died
because he still has use of him.
Yeah.
So maybe he's going.
Yeah, that's what I'm pointing out. Is that there's a loose end of
confirming what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why you're like.
Damn. That guy know how to drive a boat?
What?
The samurai guy.
Oh, I thought I was. I don't. Okay. What?
Samurai guy, and he's
super sneaky
next to a
samurai.
boat that they need.
It's just a motorboat.
John Blackthorn's ship.
I know.
Hi guys, we're the 732 of your crew. I'm Mikey.
Wow. I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
And I'm hitting the button on this one. Thank you guys for joining us. If you do enjoy our content, make sure you check our full lengths on Patreon, which feature this show and many others, as well as movie and TV show polls. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. The subscriptions help a lot, as well as your comments letting us know how you've been enjoying this series. And if things you're looking forward to happening, that, you know, your predictions, if you don't know already what the series is going, because as a, you know, this is a book turned into a series, but also there was a prior 1980s version of this.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know any of that.
Yes, which has made Gimli famous, the actor.
Oh, I love Gimli.
Yes. Now, thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.